Hey guys, welcome to today's video. So today we are going to talk all about pores, and we are going to talk about some tips and tricks on how to treat large pores, because that is one thing that I hear so many of us complain about, especially as we get older. We see large pores and we want that smooth, flawless looking skin, and sometimes pores can get in the way with that. But I have some good tips and tricks and some products that we can use to really help create smaller looking pores, because it's a myth, pores cannot shrink. They cannot open up and shrink, and they're one size, but there are things that we can do to make them appear as small as possible. So that is what I'm going to discuss with you guys today. So if you want to stick around and hear some tips on how to treat large pores, then just keep on watching. Okay, so let's start out by saying that everybody has pores. Men, women, whether you are young, whether you are older, we all have pores. Now, as we age, generally for most people, our pores do start to look older, and that is because we lose the elasticity in our skin, and that is because the elasticity in our skin helps to support the pore. So when you start losing that elasticity, it just kind of becomes like blah. So it can cause your pores to appear larger than they are. Our body also uses a substance called sebum, and sebum is what our bodies naturally produce to hydrate the skin and keep our skin from drying. But sebum is very oily, so you will see that more oily skin people will tend to have more larger looking pores because of the oil and sebum in their skin. Okay, so here are some quick go-tos on how to make those large pores appear small, because that is what we all want to achieve that flawless skin. The first step is cleansing your skin. You really want to cleanse your skin every morning, every night. You do not want to use bar soaps. Bar soap has a lot of ingredients in it that will clog your pores. Stay away from bar soaps. You want a good, gentle cleanser. You can also pick up a cleanser that has some type of lactic acid, salicylic acid in it, also glycolic acid, because that is all going to help take the debris out of your pores. But you do want to make sure that the cleanser is also not super drying. And if it is, you want to alternate, because you don't want to dry out your skin too much, because again, if you dry out your skin too much, your body is going to produce even more oil to compensate that dryness, and you're going to get more clogged pores. So you kind of want to balance it out and even it out. So what I do a lot of times is I will use like a glycolic cleanser in the morning and then a very hydrating cleanser at night. You just want to balance out your skin. You never want to overly dry out your skin, but you do definitely want to cleanse your skin every morning and every night. A good cleansing is going to really help take away all that dirt and debris out of your pores. All right, the next thing we want to do is exfoliate our skin. Exfoliating is so important, whether you are very dry skin, whether you are oily skin. It just depends on how often you want to exfoliate. If you have more oily skin, you can get away with exfoliating more often. If you have dry skin, maybe once or twice a week. But something like this, which you guys have seen me use, I did a whole video about this as well, the Clinicians complex, the Microdermabrasion cream, this has got to be one of the best exfoliators, like physical exfoliators for your skin. I mean, it really brightens your skin. It takes away all the dead skin cells. It really cleans out your pores, because what you're doing when you're exfoliating is you are just getting off all that dead skin, which the dead skin a lot of times is what mixes with the sebum and the oil in your skin, and that is what's clogging your pores and making your pores appear larger. So something like this, that is just a very fine granule type of substance that you can really exfoliate your skin, is such a must. Highly recommend something like this. This is just personally my favorite. I have used this absolutely for years. I can't even tell you guys how many jars of this I've gone through. It is just the best microdermabrasion type of cream, because it actually feels like you've had a microdermabrasion like in an office. Like, it really smooths and brightens your skin. But exfoliating really goes such a long way for keeping the pores clean, helping them look smaller, as well as anti-aging, because when you exfoliate and getting rid of all that dead skin, you're also helping like wrinkles to appear less, because the dead skin that sits in your wrinkles and your lines is what makes wrinkles look worse. So exfoliating is just a must all around. Okay, so the next thing is super important again, and it is to treat your skin. So when I say treat your skin, I really mean use those retinases, those retinoids, those AHAs, BHAs. Not only will all of those really help aid in your pore size and make them appear a lot smaller, but they will also help with the bacteria in your skin, so you won't get as many breakouts and as many pimples, and all of that will keep your skin really clear. Now I'm going to show you guys some of my absolute favorite products. This is how I treat my skin, and I will tell you guys, every time I go get a facial, the person that does my facial always compliments me on my pores. She's like, your pores are so clean and so flawless and small looking. So I know it's because I'm using a bunch of these products that I'm going to share with you guys right now. So like the retinases and the retinols, you can see I'm almost done with my retin-A here. It is quite empty. I will never be without a retin-A or a retinol. I kind of alternate, just depends on what I want to do that night or what my skin is feeling like, but I always use a retin-A or retinol. It's a must. And these I have talked about. This is a staple in my skincare routine. If I had to pick like a top oh my God, I don't even know how, like a top 10 skincare products maybe, because you guys know, oh my God, I just love my skincare. These Sunita's Brightening Peel Pads are an absolute must for me. They are just these little pads that, I'm on my last one. They are these little pads that kind of like are textured and you just rub them on your face. This one in particular, the Brightening Peel Pads have glycolic acid, lactic acid, salicylic acid, all on these little pads. So it will really treat your pores and exfoliate everything out of those pores, and you will see a huge difference. I love these. Like I said, this is just one of my absolute favorites that are always in my bathroom. This is actually a newer product that I've just been using. It's the Nia 24, the Rapid Exfoliating Serum. Absolutely love this. This is such a really lightweight serum. It has pro-niacin. Niacin is another thing that's really good for pores too. So this has the pro-niacin, but it also has some exfoliating ingredients to really help get the dead skin off your face, help shed off all those layers, get all the gunk out of your pores. And it is absolutely amazing. It helps to brighten your skin. And I love that it is just a very lightweight serum. Like, it is so light and it just blends right into your skin. So it's perfect for layering. And I love this. This is a great product. I've been absolutely hooked on this. This is really good for just keeping those pores as small as possible as well. All right, let's talk about some of my other favorites that I love. The Epyon's Lytic Plus. This is a salicylic acid treatment lotion. Again, this is something that you will put on your face after you tone your skin. You just let it on for a couple minutes before you apply the rest of your products. But because it has that salicylic acid, you are treating those pores, and as well as really good if you have breakouts or any pimples as well. It really helps to, you know, if you have acne prone skin. Any of these products are going to help with acne prone skin again too, because it is just knocking out that bacteria in your skin at the same time. And this one again is almost gone too. So you can see like how obsessed I am with these products because they really help with pores. I am obsessed with like keeping my skin really exfoliated and bright, and these just do the job. So the Lytic Plus, well, this is the Lytic Plus, which is what I was using in the summertime. They also have ones for dry skin, which is the light Lytic, and normal skin, which is just the Lytic. So it just depends on which one you are, but they do have one for every skin type, and these are just a must. This one is the Glytone Enhanced Brightening Complex. This has a combination of glycolic acid. It has a high amount of glycolic, and I forget if it says on the bottle. I believe it was like around 10%. And then it also has azelaic acid as well. So it knocks out the inflammation in your skin, in your pores, as well as treating with glycolic acid, which is going to get rid of all the gunk in your pores. And this little guy, I just started trying as well. It's the Is Clinical Active Serum. Now this is just a little sample of this. I've gone through like 3 of these since I've gotten my big size. Before we got the actual shipment of Is Clinical in, I was like stealing all these little samples and trying these. And this active serum is so phenomenal. Now when I got trained on this line, she actually said that this product was so good for cleaning out the pores and degunking and exfoliating, and it is amazing. Like amazing. When you put this on, you can feel this slight tingle on your skin. Like when I first put it on, I was like, Brian, come here. I'm like, you have to try this product, because it really just had this like tingling sensation, and you felt like your skin was just like tightening and firming, and then it like immediately looked like it shrank your pores. Like your pores became more like blurred and invisible when you put this on. So this I highly recommend. I absolutely love it. That's the Is Clinical Active Serum. Also something like this, the Obagi Nuderm Extra Forte if you have oily skin, or they have the Obagi Nuderm Extra Derm if you have more normal to dry skin. Something like this again is an exfoliating enhancing lotion. Both the Extra Forte and the Extra Derm have the glycolic acid and the lactic acid. So it's a very light lotion that again penetrates with that glycolic and lactic acid, so it will really help to exfoliate again, take everything out of your pores, and I just love these. Like this has just been a staple of mine. I can't even tell you, honestly, for like 10 years, I go back to using this all the time. And then this one I'll mention real quick as well, the Glytone Rejuvenating Mini Peel Gel. So it's a gel that you kind of just put all over your face, like I said, just as a treatment, like a nightly treatment, like 2 times a week, and you leave it on for about 10 to 15 minutes, and then you wash it off, and it is amazing for pores. Like it literally, again, you will see a difference as soon as you wash this off. Your pores will appear a lot smaller, all the gunk is out of them, and your skin is just really clear and bright afterward. I've been using this now for a couple months, and I really love it. Like I said, I probably do it about 2 nights a week, and you will definitely see a difference. Now again, those are all called like treatment products that will really help to control the pores and help them to appear smaller. They are all exfoliating, so you do not want to use all of these at one time. I am just showing you different ones that will do the job. Like I have tried and I've used all of these, so I can definitely tell you that each one of these will absolutely work for your pores. Now, like I said, you do not want to use them all at once. That would be way too much exfoliating on your skin, but you can pick and choose like one or two and alternate. Sometimes I use a different one in the morning, sometimes I use a different one at night, but you also don't want to use this type of product right before a retin-A. So if it's my retin-A night, then I don't use any of these. I just will use them in the morning. But every single day, I will use some type of treatment product like these, like an absolute must, and it really will go a long way for your pores for sure. Now, if you are doing all of this stuff and you are still seeing that your pores are a little bit larger than you would like, then you can take it to another level as well, and chemical peels are amazing for your pores because they really will get deep down into your skin and really, as you know, like shed off layers and layers of skin. So that in turn, of course, is gonna help with pores. So I would say anyone over the age of like 30, like I would say like 30 to 35, you should be definitely getting a chemical peel at least once a year. If you are over the age of 35, at least twice a year for sure, because again, it's gonna go a long way just to help with keeping your skin like smooth and soft, the texture of your skin, the evenness of your skin, as well as pore size. It's gonna really help all those things. So as we get older, we definitely wanna be adding some chemical peels into our like yearly routine. All right guys, that is it. Those are my tips for helping to treat those large pores. And I can tell you guys 100% if you follow these tips, you will definitely see a decrease in the look of your pores. Absolutely, for sure. I know for me personally, like pores and exfoliating and keeping your pores like really clean, that is like one of my biggest things. So I can tell you guys, this works. So thank you guys so much for hanging out, talking skincare with me. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and the link is right down below to subscribe so you don't miss any more future videos. And I will see you next time. Bye.